basket. Keep working. Let's see that change. We have to change at the axes, here and here. Too many dribbles for that circumference. Adapting the dribble to the body and always the same strength. Those are the three things you need to change. Less dribbles, a difference in the strength or the power of the dribbles, some of them hard, some of them softer. Good, very good, very good, very good. Less dribbles. Good, lateral. Looking at the basket, looking at the basket. Continue. When I say change, change your direction. Again. Change. You're out, out. Continue, continue. That's good. Stay out, stay out. Okay, go get him, Iñaki. Go get him, Iñaki. Get him, get him. Stop. You're looking at the basket. Okay, I want you to get him. Catch him. Catch him, Iñaki. Catch him. Come on, looking at the basket. Facing the basket the whole time. Okay, this is just one more drill. Is it clear then what the philosophy is and how we cross the court, and it's very clear what we dominate on the set offense, dribbling in the set offense, if the ball is outside of the, away from the body, and the legs are complements, they are constant complements. We should not cross our body except for penetrating, for driving to the basket. We change the violence or the strength of the dribble. The idea then is to let the dribble be free from the body. On the set offense, closer to the basket, he's dribbling. Notice how we haven't even talked yet about a set player. And the defensive player is going to come. Go after him hard. When I tell you, not yet. When the player comes after him, there's a very simple way of getting away from that pressure. And that is to crouch and to move the ball forward. To get low and move the ball. Again, Iñaki, open up and you surprise. If you want to, you go. If you don't, you stay. Iñaki, there you go. Do it again. Let's go, Iñaki. Don't back up. Stay where you are. Stay where you are. There you are. Notice how he forces his body down. He crouches. Brings his body down, and if a sprinter, for example, begins very low to the ground, because that's how they all begin, because the body impulses you forward, it's the same in our game. The player, every time he shoots forward, he has to get low, and if he has to gain an advantage on the defensive player, he has to get past the other player's body. It's very difficult from a standing position in a straight up situation to get past someone. At the same moment in which I get down, I crouch. Here, my leg only goes this far, but here, my leg goes all the way out here, and this is where I can get past my man. When we want to pass our man, it is necessary to crouch, to get low as possible. Let's do it again. It's taken us a great deal to get this, but it's worth it. If the player doesn't get his point of gravity down, he will not get by his defensive player. Again. Again. There you go. The next section is catching the ball and breaking. 1, 2. The same. Good passes. 1, 2 steps. Iñaki, pass the ball. Good. Pass to the other side. Open up a little more. Good. Open up, further away. Do it again. You need to be further up. Open up. So we can see clearly we're doing a two-step stop. The player gets the ball. Wherever he gets it, he turns in, he looks to the basket and begins to play. But constantly in basketball, we have to change our trajectory. Constantly we have to turn around and change the direction of the ball. We have to dribble down the other side. You are forced to gain an advantage of a man that is in front of you. So I want you to get the ball and try to go the other way. He has no advantage whatsoever. This is like passes. We have to forget about that stop. Let's start open. Let's use our other leg. Let's try to get the advantage before we even receive the ball. We have to get our players to make the pivot foot to be the foot that's away. Excuse my hands. We want them to do this on this leg. This is where they stop and they play on the right. In this case, the ball away from where they have received the ball. They do this and they work on this leg. Do you understand what I mean? All right, let's do it quickly. Good, again. Come this way. Good. Go that way. Good. Come back this way. Stop. Let's see. Once again, stop. Stop. Don't jump, just stay put. Once you receive the ball, you lift this leg and you change its place. Leave that one where it is. That's it. Again. No, leave it on the ground. Leave it put. That's right. Now go away dribbling. The player has the advantage before having the ball. So if he does not have an open stop, if he cannot control going to the other side before having the ball, then he loses 50% of the possibilities of his offensive game. If he receives on this side and does this, and he always does the same, then right away he's losing 50%. The basket is there and he's losing 50%. If he sees that his defensive man is coming this way and he knows how to do this, in this position he is already scoring. Here he will go like this and he will be able to get by on the side. I need a center, a guard here. Iñaki, cut beneath the basket. There is no offensive possibility here. The defensive player goes along the top and he stops, two-step stop. There's no possibility for attacking here. There's no possibility. If a player does not know how to stop correctly, there is no defense. So you see a game and you think, how does that player get away so easily? It's not that he gets away. He knows how to receive the ball. He knows how to catch the ball. And off he goes. Let's do it again. Okay. Go along the top of the pick. Where? He can't. He can't go anywhere. This is an example. It's not valid. It's not a drill. It's an example so that you can see if one player does not know how to catch the ball in any part of the court. Let's pass the ball from up here. Pass the ball from here. I want you to go there, and I want you to come out and play defense when he catches the ball. Give him the ball, come out to play defense. If this player does not know how to get the ball, to catch the ball with his left foot, he cannot attack. Catch the ball, and he wants to do this. Go out and play defense. There's an offensive foul or a turnover. A player is running, and when he catches the ball, he has to know that the normal thing for him to do is to get the open foot out. Again, Iñaki, you would have made it. You would have made it. Let's do it again. Everyone here, all the players back here. I want all the players. Come on. You're running this way. One more defensive player. Let's go. No, that wasn't good. That was a poor stop. You run into your man. No, he does not know. That's a walk, traveling. Left foot, left foot, left foot. That's it, that's it. That's it, that's what we're looking for. Another player. Let's go, we're stopped. We have to be in motion. So this is the moment in which the player still does not have the ball. Because if we mix the learning of the game, we get complicated and it becomes a mix. And this is when the ball is not in his hands yet and we're trying to gain advantages. Let's look at 4, 5, 6 places where we get the ball in an open position. I want a couple of passers from here, cut along the baseline and cut up someone else from the left. I want you to get the ball in an open position. I want you to be spread. Another one, please. Another one, please. Good. Another one, please. Good. Good. Without the dribble, just face the basket. Just face the basket. Another one. Remember what I told you about those steps. Come back to this side. Continue. Get away. That's exactly it. Again. This is the idea for a forward. You see that? Do you see that? Repeat again. Quickly. Perfect. That's perfect. Let's repeat this. That's perfect. Without dribbling. Without the dribble. There you go. Face the basket. Face the basket. Lift the ball to your face. Face the basket. Lift the ball to your face. There you go. Face the basket. This man is running. He's running. There you go. Let's do it again. Use that right leg. Get it out there. Get that right leg out there. Good. I'm not going to let you go through, all right? Come on, come on, come on. Again, again. Good, good. Again, the other side. Left foot. Very good. Again. Let's go. Very good. All right. We did this with the guard. We did it running. We did it stopped. Now we have a semi-center, a center forward, who is playing offense. He's on offense in this position because, for example, a forward is just cut off of him. There's been a pick, and now he remains in this position. All of a sudden, he's alone with a defensive player here. Give him the ball. Attack. Attack. Good. Repeat again. Let's go, let's go. Pass the ball there. Do it again. That's right. That's right. That's wrong. It's wrong. Why? Because do it again. Do it again, please. Okay, stop. Give him the ball. Okay, play. Impossible. Absolutely impossible. Do it again. Don't move, don't move, don't move. He's playing defense. Someone has cut off of him. He's got this position. He asked for the ball. Ask for the ball. Stop. Let's see. Don't open. Don't open yourself. You've got that advantage. That's it. Don't move. If he were a good catcher, once he was receiving the ball, he would be moving his leg. No. That's right. Go. Why? Why? Why do you dribble? Just shoot without dribbling. No, why? Why? Go to the basket. Good. He doesn't know how to do it. This will do it the first time, without dribbling. Another one. Okay, stop. Okay, I'm the defensive player of that man. Okay? The defensive player. Cut and go out. Ask for the ball. Another position of an open center. Let's go to the other side. Come from this side. I'm his defensive player. I'm his man. Ask for the ball. Too late with the pass. Let's see. That's it. Because if he waits till he stopped, he's under control. But if he stops the other way, the way the other player did, he won't score. And this is it. He receives the ball and he's in. Another position of the same movement. Okay, cut from here. Pass the ball from there. Okay, slowly, slowly. This man is cutting across here. He asks for the ball. Okay, go again. All right, look, he's walking. Don't touch me. Don't touch me now. This is a basket. This is basket. He gets the ball. Why more steps? Let's do it. Let's do it quickly. I'm going to cover you. I'm going to cover you. Why on the two? Do it again on 2 feet. Jump off of 2 feet, because many times to go inside to the basket is not the best thing. Okay, stop here. Stop here. He's pivoted correctly. Get into the basket. Second man comes to play defense. Do the same and just put your both legs in there. 1, 2, and up. Do it. Watch. Watch. Again. Okay, go up. There you go. Shoot underneath. That's fine. Repeat this. Up and down. Fake. Let's go. Pump. Again. Go against me. Get a foul from me. Offensive foul, right? Offensive foul. 4 or 5 places. It's the same thing. It's the same for a small player, for a tall player. It's the way to get an advantage before having the ball. It's the secret weapon of Joe Arlaucas. It is the fundamentals used in the need to go fast. These players work before getting the ball. They are talking... We're talking here about before you have the ball. To have the possession, first we have to work in the, especially in set offense. You have to work to get the ball. The first thing a player has to do is to know where he wants to receive the ball, where he wants to catch the ball. If he knows where he wants to catch the ball, let me give you an example of Epi. Epi knows where he wants to get the ball. In an area near the centers. It doesn't matter what the offensive system is. He has to work to get the ball in that position. If this player wants to get the ball there, he has to see that at this moment he cannot get it. He can't get it there. If he's already where he wants to get the ball, pass the ball twice, return it to him. When he wants to get the ball, he's going to have a defensive player here, and it's going to be impossible. So he does not receive the ball, and he says, okay, I'm going to go in, I'm going to fake, and I'm going to come back out. But it's too late, because when he comes back out, that man has passed to the other side, because he saw he wasn't open. And here he is once again, but the ball is on the other side. And the obligation, his obligation then is to know where he wants to receive the ball, see where the ball is, and to see the possibilities that there are of getting the ball there. Let's do it again. Another player. The ball is at the top. Where do you want to get the ball? Out there, for example. Now, can you get it now? No. No, you can't get it now. There is a defensive player here. He can't get the ball there. Take me inside. He is stopped here or there or wherever outside of the lane, and when he sees that the ball goes to that size, now is when he has to get the ball. I do some drills and I have some rules for my players so that they can get the ball. The first rule that I have is that one fake is not enough. If you don't have the support of your teammates, a player that is here and fakes me in that direction and comes out, very difficult for him to get the ball. It could happen, but it's difficult. So he has to take advantage of his teammates to get the ball where he wants it, or use two fakes. When he's in a position for catching the ball, here's one, and now he comes back out. So there are two things I would like to stress. If I don't have the support of my teammates, I have to use two fakes. And of course, Ivanovic, I don't know if he's playing in Valvi Girona last year. He could play for a long time because he is the best faker. He does excellent fakes. He's in this position here without the help of any picks. Notice what the ball is doing. When the ball gets here, let's see if you can be free. If you can be open. Okay, play the ball, play the ball. 1, 3, okay, good, once again. Okay, stress the first fake. Good. Again. Give me a stronger fake. No. In the first one, if there's no ball, I don't believe it. The ball's over there. If he does that, in the first one, I don't believe it. Make that first fake. Begin working. Move me. Again. I don't see what's happening there. You see it. That's it. That's it. First rule, if I don't have the help of one of my teammates, I have to do two fakes, not one. And two fakes is not whenever I want. It's so that when I do the second fake, it will be the useful one. No, because if you stop looking there, no matter how bad those players may be, that in this case they aren't, but this man has the obligation of seeing their faces. If this man is not able to see that that player can pass to him, then he's not working well. Give the ball over there. Now he's not looking at me. He can't pass me the ball. Even if he's not looking and he's in this position, I can just cut to the basket and get the ball. But if he's looking that way, turn around, turn completely. Don't look at me, look at him. I have to tell this player, Pepe, don't you realize that he doesn't see you? He can't see you. If he can't see you, what good is it to post him up? What good is it to gain the inside position? So, the importance of the passer seeing the receiver, it's something that has to connect. They have to see each other. And this is the bottom line. It's time and look. If there's not a look from the passer, there is no possibility for a good play. And the good player, even if he's open, he's not going to ask for the ball if he's not being seen. What I've tried to do is to convey to the participants in this clinic the role of the big man, both in rebounding and blocking out, going for the offensive rebound, all types of picks that the big man can do, and the link between the outside or perimeter play and the inside play. It is the player that we ask the most from. We ask much more from the centers than we do from the guards. We ask for the guards to dribble the ball, to be the brain, the leader of the team, to give assists, and to make the team play. The forward is the outside shooter, the fast break, and so on. But the big man, well, imagine what we're asking the big man to do. First of all, he is like Charles Bronson. If there's a forward or a guard, it is the big man that has to lay down the law in the court. He has to intimidate through block shots, through a physical play underneath the basket. He can either block a shot or provoke an offensive foul, fall down. He is the one that has to intimidate. We ask all types of picks. He has to go and pick once and again, but then he doesn't get the ball. We ask him to get offensive rebounds, we ask him to get defensive rebounds, but then later we yell at him when he doesn't get down to the fast break. Let's talk about blocking out. Let's use this white line here. But first of all, I'd like a big man with me here. In my opinion, there is a great mistake and, well, a bad habit that is almost impossible to break in players that are already mature. And if you're going to be coaching young people, it's important to work on this. What we cannot do, and we constantly do it, if I am covering my man here, I'm covering my man, and there's a shot, to block him out, knowing that he's going to go to the offensive rebound, I try to cross my legs and try to block him out. He's here, and I try to block you out. When I get here, he's already on my side. I don't have my body in position. What I need to do if I'm defending the ball and this man is going is to reverse. A reverse pivot. And that's how I can block him out. But how many times I have seen someone trying to block out someone who is coming towards the basket, who's running towards the basket, try to do what I'm talking about now, to block out someone who is set, someone who is not in motion. If I see he's stopped, then I can cross my leg and block him out. But if he's coming towards the basket, if he's running in motion, I will not get there in time, and I'm sideways. So what I need to do is a reverse like this. And this is where I catch him. If he goes to the other side, then I do this. But what I cannot do is to cross along the front, do a cross step and try to stop him, because later there's a shuffle here and he's past me. Do you understand that? The defense depends on the ball. Okay, I want you to follow the ball. You can be a little bit further out. So when Ricardo shoots, the offensive players look at me, and not the defensive player, just the offensive players. When Ricardo shoots, I'm going to do this or this. If I do this, then it means that you're going to come in on your right for the offensive rebound. If I do this, then you're going to come in on the left. If I do this, you're not even going to go in for the rebound. Have you understood? When you've understood when we use the cross step, the crossover step, when he is not coming into the basket. When do we use the reverse? When he's coming into the basket. Okay, let's open up a little bit, please. All right, good. Let's go. Let's go. Let's see the rebound on the other end. Rebound. All right, good. Again. Now we change the team's offense to defense. Again. You're looking at the ball now. The ball has been shot. Your man stays put. If I reverse, then I don't need to. I have to go after him, go to where he is, and block him out. All right, let's go. Let's change. We're going to do the last one. Rebound there. Rebound. Now we're going to get another topic, and that is picks. I was talking before some about picks and screens, and the main reason for the existence of a big man. I like to use the phrase, if you pick, you will receive. If you screen, you will get the ball. In our team, we know that a man that picks is not excluded from the offense, but many times when they screen, that is when they are best in a position to get the ball. Give me 3 players, please. We have the famous play, 3 players, any 3 players. This is the mentality. We want to show this to our players. Leave the ball out, please. Get in the low post. The picker. This player is waiting for the ball. Well, he can't receive the ball. So he goes to pick, set a pick, and what's his reward? He's going to, in turn, receive a pick. To pick the picker or screen the screener. This is very good for the philosophy or the psychology behind a pick or a screen. If we can screen the screener and we can make sure that a screener receives the ball, it is a stimulus. It is an incentive for him to screen. How many times have we seen a low post here? Holding up 3, 4, 6, 8 seconds here. Why don't I get the ball? Well, go away. Go and set a pick. You'll get the ball. Go away. Go and pick someone. And don't keep the inside position for more than a couple of seconds and go away to set a pick somewhere else. If this big man knows how to do anything, we can do a dribbling screen. He's dribbling, and as he dribbles, he sets the pick, and the same idea we have with a blind pick. In the 5th game against Juventud, with Sabonis and Chechu, I'd use this. Sabonis had the ball up here, the other high post was there, we had a forward, and Chechu down here. Sabonis took the ball, he came, dribbled, set a pick, and Chechu took it and went all the way to the basket. We scored 10 points with this play. 5 baskets. 5 baskets. But of course, we're talking about a player that's 2 meters 30, 130 kilos, or 220, excuse me, 2 meters 20, 130 kilos. But it can also be done. I could do this, or you could do this. But the first thing I have to do is not dribble more than 2 dribbles. First of all, begin with a cross step to protect the ball, and I'm not looking at my teammate, but rather I'm looking at his man. I'm going for his man. I'm going straight to his man. And when I get there, I turn, and we're in the same position we were before. There's a continuation. I look at the basket, I have nothing, I come here, and there we are. If he doesn't have the shot, I haven't committed a foul. I'm just rolling to the basket. That's not my foul. The big man has to move the ball. He cannot play the ball every time it comes inside, 1 on 2, 1 on 2.5, and sometimes 1 on 3. And I've seen it many times. He has to know when to kick the ball back out and when to play it himself. We're also going to look at what I do. I call this acting in the low post according to the defensive player. If I'm against the man-to-man or against a zone, if I'm here in the low post and my defensive man is far from me, I have to know. I have to look behind me, just a quick glance. If I get the ball here and I try to do something with my back to the basket and he's this far away, then I'm not taking advantage of my position. I have to know where my defensive man is. And the best thing, when I see if my man is a bit far away, I can just pivot and shoot. If I feel, because you can feel your defensive man on you, that's when I play with my back to the basket. That's when I post up. It would be ridiculous to turn to the basket if I'm in this situation. We talk about kicking the ball out, passing the ball out. We practice that. An example. You're here in the paint. The ball goes into the low post. All of the teams, at least the majority of the teams in zone, we saw what Coach Bucci showed us. We can do a 2-on-1. The passer's man would come here, there'd be a rotation here, you would rotate there, you would come up to the high post, for example, and you would follow. Where is the pass here? The defensive rotations, and this is very important against the zone, the pass is always on the other side. What I call the fifth offensive player. The fifth offensive player, if there's a 2 against 1, the fifth offensive player is the player that's furthest from the ball. The fifth offensive player. And this is the player that we want to get the ball to. Yesterday we did it a little bit. And what's your pass? Because if there's a 2-on-1 here, there's a double teaming on this man. For example, let's go into the same position we were in before. Perhaps they can rotate here, the ball goes in, and maybe it's this player. Then that's not going to be your pass, because this player is going to rotate, and once again your pass is to the other side. Get the ball here. If they have a double team from the weak side, then we know. We know what the situation is. Of course, the pass is again to that side. There could even be a double team. This is common by Juventud between 4 and 5. This man comes here for the double team, but they're not going to leave this man open. So this man drops, and where again is your pass? In every double team defense in the low post, the man that we want to get the ball to is the fifth offensive player. That is the man that is furthest from the basket. So I want you all to sit down except for 3. You're okay, you're all right, stay here, and I need a forward over there. I have a third way of getting the ball inside. What we don't do and what we don't practice is faking the pass. I think Coach Bucci mentioned that. Faking passes. It's not the same to pass the ball in like this to the post as to fake it, and this may cause a player to come down and then we can pass out. We have to fake the ball, hold the ball up high with 2 hands. That's the pass I like. The ball up high with 2 hands. So we're going to fake that pass first, and you're at the 3-point line. All right, do it again.
Arriba. Arriba.
Up. Okay, I'm playing defense. Do it again. And now what do you do? Of course. And we don't do that. So, first of all, you have to move your hand a lot. You have to give your teammate a target. If he doesn't give you the ball, you have to say, hey, I'm here, can't you see me? And if you're not doing that, he can say that he didn't see you. But if you get him to see you and you're moving your hand, he'll pass it. And then after passing, what we don't do is to take advantage of the cut towards the basket. Often against a man-to-man, when the ball comes into the low post, the plays disintegrate, they end. So if the big men do not move after passing, then we're losing an excellent opportunity, because what could be better against a zone, the same is true, to pass here and then to get the inside position and to show our target. A pass that we don't use very often is the hook bounce pass. Maybe I fake here and I pass here on the side, on the low post. Depending where my defensive player is, I don't see this a lot. We fake. Let's say I'm playing defense. We fake and there's a bounce hook. Perfect pass to the low post. Another post that we don't use, and if there's a good understanding between the perimeter player and the inside player, if there's a good understanding between the two, there's a way of getting the defensive player off guard. We have a good shooter here. How many times have we seen a pass, a jump pass? Very few times do we see that. We don't work on that. The jump pass is deadly, because we were talking yesterday about the defensive rebound. I'm playing defense here. I haven't let him get the ball. He jumps. Don't do it. I am worried about boxing this man out. How many times have we seen, the few times that we use the jump pass, how many times have we seen this player do like this? And this player trying to gain the offensive position. This is the best time to pass the ball into the low post from a jump position. You look at the basket, you continue to ask for the ball, and if there's a good understanding, if we've practiced this, if they're used to this, if there's a good connection between the two, it's deadly. Transition. Later, we'll join all of this together. You've come here, you pass the ball, and a pass from here. Let's start at the post. This is for big men. Later, you'll all come in here to do this. You pass the ball there. You begin a drive to the basket, and you pass the ball over there to the opposite side. And the pass, they said, skip passes, passes from side to side are not allowed. And in the United States in the 60s, it was a sin, a mortal sin, to cross the ball from side to side. Any kind of a crossover pass was a sin, but no longer is that the case. Now it has become a deadly pass if we do it right. Okay, since you pass there, you come up to the high post and pop out. You pass the ball there, and you come up here, and you can give him a back pick. And this is a play that we need to practice, because it's the way to get the ball into the hands of a big man. The back pick here, you cut to the basket, and you can catch the ball right at the basket. Let's do it a couple of times. Cross pass, back pick, cut to the basket with a pass and basket. Yesterday I said that reverses are very important, to reverse the ball. Important. I'm covering this man here. I'm the big man, and he's the fifth man on offense. What you need to do and what you didn't do, the three-point line, you get the ball and you look to shoot. Because if not, this man is never going to get me a back pick. You have to look at the basket. I'm sure that big men have to shoot from the three-point line. This is a moment in which the three-point shot is justifiable, because what he's doing is, well, since Lockhart from the San Fernando team, you can't leave him here as the fifth man. Sabonis, you can't leave him alone here. Even if he misses one per game or two, what he's doing is making his man play him up high. And now is when we can use the back pick effectively. Of course, I have to come into contact with you and do a reverse as I cut to the basket. Let's do it again. Later we will talk about body checks and bumps and so forth. If the center can't do a good reverse, well, then he is lost.
Ahora tenemos aquí, pase dentro.
Here we have a pass inside.
Tú estás en el poste bajo.
You're in the low post.
Prepararos los demás.
Everyone else get ready, please.
Dentro.
The ball is inside. Pass the ball back out.
Saca el balón ahí.
Pass to the other side. A skip pass.
Métele el balón.
Get the ball inside. And basket.
Nosotros fuera. Corriendo. Pase largo.
I want both of you to run the fast break.
Medio campo.
Long
Ahí.
pass.
Mete el balón al poste. Mira la
Half court.
canasta.
And do it
Saca el
again.
balón
Look
ahí.
at the basket.
Back pick.
Pass out. Back pick. Cut to the basket.
Y dentro.
And we're in.
3. Poste bajo.
The low post.
Movimientos en el poste bajo.
Plays
Yo
for the
ahora
low
vengo
post.
de una transición o
I'm
un
coming
movimiento
from a
y
transition
establezco
or some
mi
kind of a
posición
movement,
aquí.
and I gain
Si él
my
está ahora
position
mismo
here.
marcándome,
If he is covering
¿me
me,
está defendiendo bien o mal?
by the way, is he defending me correctly or not?
Pregunto, ¿me está
I'm
defendiendo
asking,
bien
is
o
he
mal?
playing defense
Eso lo
well?
veremos después.
Well, we'll see that
Pero, ¿qué
later.
opináis? ¿Bien
But what do you
o
think?
mal?
Is he playing me well or not? I think he's not doing a good
Yo creo
job.
que mal. ¿Dónde está el balón?
Where's the ball?
Está por debajo de prolongación
The
de tiro
ball
libre.
is under the
O él tiene que
extension of
estar
the
por
free
delante,
throw
que lo
line. He
veremos
has to
después,
either be in front of me, that we'll
o
see
tiene que
later,
estar ligeramente
or he has to be
favorecido hacia este lado. 3/4 por delante,
slightly
siempre
below
por
me,
delante. Y
3/4
ahora mismo con el balón
front,
tal como está,
because
no
with
tiene
the
más
ball
remedio que
where it
estar
is, he has
solamente por
no
delante,
other choice to be totally in front of me,
porque si él está aquí,
because if
si
he
hemos
is
practicado
here,
bien el pase
and if
picado, el
we've
gancho,
worked
está
on
muerto.
the hook bounce
Está muerto.
pass, then
Y
he's
aquí hay
lost.
mucho menos ayuda.
And here we get less help on the
Aquí es donde a
baseline.
lo mejor puede
This is
recibir
where
ayuda.
perhaps he may
Sobre
get
todo
some
si
help,
estamos hablando a lo mejor de hacer un doble.
especially if we're talking about a double team.
Si él está pegado
Now,
ahí,
if he is
yo lógicamente
close, what
no voy a
I'm
mirar a la
not going to
canasta.
do is to look at the
Es
basket.
absurdo mirar a la canasta.
It's ridiculous to
Porque
look
yo
at the
voy
basket
directamente a la
because
canasta.
I am going to go
Además,
straight
lo
to
voy a
the
hacer
basket.
metiendo
And I'm going to
el
do it
con
by
el pie derecho.
sticking
Y voy a
my
botar sobre
right
el pie
foot. I'm
derecho.
going to pivot on my right
Así.
foot and get this leg in there.
Poste bajo.
A very low dribble.
Hay que enseñar el poste
We
bajo.
have to
Botar
show
una vez
the postman to
con
dribble
dos manos
once with two hands,
y recoger con dos
to
manos.
pick up the ball with two
Y
hands
bajo.
and
Y ahí
low.
no hay Dios que le puede
And there's
quitar el
no
balón.
one that can take the ball from him if he does it right.
Aquí,
Here,
siempre metiendo el
always
derechazo, como me está
using
marcando aquí,
the
el pie
opposite
izquierdo,
leg,
así es donde yo quiero ir.
going towards where I want to
Y
take the ball.
encima del pie, justo al
And
lado, meto
right
el bote.
next to my
Pero meto
foot,
el
I
bote
dribble.
así.
But it's got to be a
A ver,
hard
¿quién me va a
two-handed
quitar
dribble.
ese balón?
Who's going to take that
Y
ball
además,
from me?
así.
And if I have my elbows
Nadie me
out,
puede quitar el balón.
no one can take the
Donde
ball
sí
from
me
me.
pueden quitar el balón,
But where they can take the
es que
ball
si yo
from
hago
me
esto,
is when I do
lo hemos
this.
visto muchas veces.
We've seen it many
Pero
times.
mira la diferencia.
But look at the difference.
Aquí, ya estoy aquí.
Here, I'm already
Nadie me va a quitar
under
el
the
balón.
basket.
El balón
No
es
one
mío.
is going to take this
Y
from me.
además boto con dos
And I
manos.
dribble with two hands, a strong, powerful dribble, one single dribble.
Un negro defendiendo.
Here we need a dark shirt
Ya puedo ir.
playing defense.
¿Cómo está ahí? Salir a ofrecer el bloqueo. Ayer
Okay.
vimos,
Yesterday,
a mí me gusta de espaldas.
we saw, I like this
Pero de cara,
pick here,
es más fácil para mí defender.
but
De espaldas, pues,
if you
me cuesta más.
screen
Cuatro maneras de
with your
defenderlo.
back to the man
Eh,
you're screening,
¿tú
it's
te
harder
acuerdas
for me
que
to
Bobby
defend
Knight
you. Remember,
vino a España
Bobby Knight came
enseñando
to
una
Spain
cosa
and he was teaching
que a mí me gustó mucho?
something
Yo
that
estoy
I
defendiendo
liked a
aquí.
lot.
Tú
I'm
vienes
playing defense
por
here,
delante,
and you cross
pero
in front of your man. But then there's
muy
the...
arriesgado.
It's very risky. Your man can roll to the basket.
Este quizá es
And this
un buen
perhaps
movimiento para
is a
utilizar
good
de sorpresa.
play to surprise the other team, but you can't do it
A lo
constantly.
mejor vemos que hay un
Perhaps
tronco
we'll
aquí
see
arriba.
that there's a big player here.
No, digo, está Rafa aquí arriba. No
We've
quiero
got
llamar eso.
Rafa here.
Hay un Rafa aquí arriba.
And
Y observamos
this
el scouting,
player
que es muy
we
importante,
see in our
yo creo que
scouting,
para
which of
elegir
course
ese
is very
defensa,
important before
pues vemos que
choosing
no va a
this
la
type of
canasta, se
defense,
queda.
we realize that he doesn't
Es
cut to the
es
basket.
uno que le gusta,
We
pues,
see
un
that
poco
this
como
is a
Lambier,
player
García,
that likes to do
o
what Bill Lane
algunos-
Beer
algunos
did,
españoles también
or
lo hacen,
other
que se
Spanish
quedan
players.
aquí
They
para
like to
quedar
stay
fuera.
at the high post.
Pues entonces no está mal
So it
hacerlo.
wouldn't be bad to do this
Para
type
pararle, y luego
of
ya
action
veremos
to stop
si
him,
seguimos
and
con
then
el
we'll
2-1
see
o
if
yo
we
simplemente
continue with the
recupero.
double team or if I
La primera manera.
go
La
back
otra
to
manera es
recover
justo por
and
detrás.
cover my man. But what we cannot do, and this is the way to do help and recover, what we cannot do is to do it half-heartedly. Many times, if I do it half-heartedly, before I realize it, if I do it half-heartedly, we'll have a switch, and this man can pull up here and shoot a three-pointer, or we'll both come and try to cover the same man, and this man will be free. I have to stop the dribbler. But we've seen Pat Ewing really pressuring the defensive player, the guard, and pushing him all the way to half court. A huge black player, 2 meters 12, a strong monster, and we've seen him push the guard out. What I like to see, as a rule of thumb, is to give some help. I'm perfectly perpendicular to the sideline. I stop the player with the ball, and when this man gets screened, once he can get through, and when this man rolls to the basket, my teammate is then free to cover his own man, and I follow the roll to the basket. But of course, we have to play according to the offense. If this player has the ball and he's not a good three-point shooter, then my recommendation would be for his defensive man to be the third man, the fourth man, that he should be the third man. And so, before the pick gets here, I'm pushing, and we'll see this later in the low post work, but I'm pushing this man with my leg and pushing him out so that the pick will take place further out, and his position will not be a dangerous one. When he comes through, then I just take a step back. I'm always the third man and not the fourth man. All right? These are the 4 ways. You can choose the one that you like the most.
I have had the good fortune to hear almost every great coach at every level, high school, collegiate, professional, and I've coached many years, and I would just like to kind of give back, impart any knowledge that I might have to help them become better coaches. It's as simple as that.
I understand that this drill is somewhat simulated, but this is the most important drill you will ever see to learn total man-to-man defense.
Dice que quizá parezca simple este ejercicio, pero que es el ejercicio más importante que habremos visto para aprender defensa de los jugadores altos.
If you learn all parts of what we talk about in this drill, you will understand totally what man-to-man defense is all about. We do not have a lot of time, like 2-3 weeks, to explain everything. So I've tried to condense it so this drill, this particular drill, will teach you the total man-to-man defense.
Dice que no, si se llegan a entender todas las partes de este tipo de ejercicio, se llega a entender todo lo que es la defensa individual. Ellos no tienen mucho tiempo para hacer muchos ejercicios distintos y por eso intentan condensar en este tipo de ejercicio todos los detalles importantes.
We'll start with the point guard, where yesterday we talked about the zigzag drill.
Sí, empezamos con la defensa del base, con el balón, en la línea de lo que se hizo ayer, el ejercicio este que se hizo ayer.
I'm going to give him the ball, and I'm going to tell him to use one of his teammates as a screen. He can go whichever side he wants to go. This defensive player must keep him in control. He knows he can't shoot from out here, all right? So he must space him properly, but be in a position to control him. Okay?
Sí. Este jugador atacante tiene la pelota y puede utilizar a cualquiera de los compañeros, de los hombres altos, para que le bloqueen. O sea, que cualquiera de los dos jugadores de ahí, vosotros podéis hacer un bloqueo para él. Este jugador que defiende tiene que utilizar la distancia apropiada, teniendo en cuenta que este jugador podría tirar a canasta, tiene que utilizar la distancia apropiada para que no pueda tirar, pero al mismo tiempo mantenerle controlado.
Again, it is live action, live.
Sí, la acción,
not simulated.
sí, no se trata de hacer algo simulado, sino una cosa de verdad. Es decir, el ritmo tiene que ser intenso, como ayer. Sí, tú tienes que intentar apoyarte en algún bloqueo de ese jugador, de allá.
They may be thinking, well, only for the NBA. At every level I have coached, every level, high school, college, pro, we've used this drill.
Sí, quizá algunos penséis que esto es solo para la NBA, pero en todas las categorías que él ha entrenado ha utilizado este tipo de ejercicio.
When I was with the Detroit Pistons, best defensive team in the league for 3 years, we went back to this drill once or twice in practice every single week.
Dice que cuando entrenaba al Detroit Pistons, el mejor equipo defensivo durante 3 temporadas, este ejercicio lo hacía normalmente 1 o 2 veces todas las semanas.
All right. We want this player to use his man on either side to screen. Let's go to the right side to begin with.
Sí, empieza por este lado, por el lado derecho, para verlo mejor. Ahora al principio. Slow down or live?
No,
from the
let's
beginning?
go live.
Live.
Let's go. I want you to get there. I don't want you to allow him to get here. You must keep him under control. So already we are teaching the guard, we're teaching him defensive pressure, we're teaching him the ability to control the ball. This becomes both an offensive and a defensive drill.
Claro, desde el principio utilizamos el ejercicio para trabajar tanto defensa de este jugador como ataque de este jugador. Este jugador tiene que mantener la distancia apropiada y controlarle a él, y este jugador tiene que ser capaz de controlar el balón contra la presión.
Because your team is not going to be successful. Your team is not going to be successful unless this point guard can get the ball to where you want it to go. He must be able to control the offense and run the offense the way you want it run. Otherwise, your team can't be successful offensively.
En ataque es muy difícil que el equipo tenga éxito si el base no lleva el balón donde queremos que lo lleve.
We will, we will walk through first. Walk through, okay?
Sí, ahora al principio vamos a hacerlo andando. Al principio.
All right, you dribble down, you play him. You're trying to, no, come down here, come down. You're trying to use that screen, all right? Now, his idea is to come off that screen and get open and get to the basket, okay?
Él tiene que intentar llevar a su defensor aquí a esta posición y después aprovechar un bloqueo de este jugador e intentar aprovechar este bloqueo para buscar un tiro.
In the NBA, this is the biggest defensive problem we have. Biggest defensive problem. Because every point guard can get to the basket. Kevin Johnson, Mark Price, Isaiah Thomas, Kenny Anderson, Doc Rivers, they all, once they come off the screen, you have a serious defensive problem, and you must address this problem.
Este es el problema más importante, más difícil de solucionar en la NBA, porque muchos bases, como Thomas y otros que ha nombrado, pues son capaces de salir del bloqueo y lograr tiros fáciles.
All right, come on off. Okay, come on. Come to this point. Tell him to come to this point.
Sí, haz lo mismo de antes. El defensor ahí dentro, e inténtala, tú sal a bloquear ahí.
Hold
ahí.
right there.
Stop,
Hold right,
para
there.
ahí.
Hold right there. All right. Now, the problem starts to develop because he is going to go hard to the basket, trying to get the basket. Now we must make a decision for these people.
Sí, el problema empieza ahora porque el jugador con el balón va a intentar ir hacia la canasta y la defensa ahora tiene que tomar una decisión respecto a cómo va a defender esta situación.
Let's review the various aspects of the defense.
Vamos a recordar los aspectos más importantes de la defensa.
First of all, we have pressure on the ball.
Sí, primero este defensor que controla el del balón.
We have two players internally that should be in this position here, seeing the ball.
Estos defensores que deben jugar aquí en esta posición, viendo el balón.
Then once he uses the screen, we have the help situation.
Cuando se utiliza el bloqueo, entonces la situación de ayuda del defensor, del jugador que bloquea.
We're controlling the basketball.
Control del balón, del jugador con el balón.
We have him in weak side help.
Ayuda desde el lado de ayuda.
And then we have defensive rebounding.
Y después rebote defensivo.
If you can accomplish those four things, basically you've started to develop a very good defensive team.
Si se pueden conseguir estas cuatro cosas, se está comenzando a desarrollar una buena defensa de equipo.
All right, let's go. Play him. Talk. Good.
Más duro,
good,
vamos.
Good. Recover. Run out.
Recuperación.
Match up. All right, not bad, not bad.
No está mal, no está mal.
We got beat on the corner. We got beat on the corner.
Nos han superado en la esquina, es donde nos han superado.
Try it again.
Otra vez.
Talk, fight him, fight
Duro,
him. Good,
duro,
good,
jugar duro.
good.
Vamos, adelante.
Good,
Bien.
good. Recover.
Recupera.
No. Here. Too tentative. Go at him. Too tentative. Because the shooters in Europe are too good.
Bien. Sabemos que este jugador tira bien y por lo tanto no hay que dudar, hay que salir sin dudarlo.
Him put it on the floor. Always run at the shooter.
Sí, siempre hay que ir a tapar al tirador,
Later on, we add the fourth guy and the fifth guy, and next thing I'm going to show you is a drill, a total team drill, so that they understand it. I understand that you could use the zone defense, but we're going to show you some man principles on what we call the shell drill.
Sí, vamos ahora. Esto se pueden incorporar desde luego otros jugadores, el cuarto, el quinto jugador. De hecho, ahora vamos a hacer otro ejercicio donde metamos a los 5 jugadores. Sabe que en Europa se puede jugar defensa de zonas, pero en cualquier caso él va a trabajar con este ejercicio que puede servir para todo.
Note, we are not including the fifth guy, only 4 guys.
Solo vamos a trabajar con 4 ahora.
And this is what we call the shell of the defense.
Esto es lo que vamos a llamar, lo que se llama la defensa shell.
Now give me 4 blues.
4 grises, por favor.
2 guards.
2 bases.
2 big guys.
Y 2 grandes, 2 jugadores grandes.
All right, give them a ball.
Un balón, por favor.
This drill is going to teach you what all of the people should be seeing and doing and understanding rotation.
Este ejercicio sirve para mostrar todo lo que cada jugador debe ver, dónde debe estar y qué tiene que entender en cuanto a lo que son las rotaciones.
We want the blue team, black team, to pass the ball around the horn right now.
El equipo que ataca, los de color gris, tienen que pasar el balón alrededor, los 4 se tienen que pasar la pelota unos a otros.
The man who has the ball should pressure it.
El jugador que defienda el balón tiene que presionar al balón.
The next man should be reasonably close. You have to decide how much you want to deny, okay? But reasonably close. Pass the ball to him.
Pasa aquí la pelota.
Everybody should see the ball. Everybody should see the ball. You see the ball here, and you see the ball here.
Todos los jugadores tienen que ver el balón.
You must be in a position to see the man and the ball. Got it? Position to see your man and the ball.
Estos jugadores tienen que ver el balón y tienen que ver al jugador. Y este jugador, sorry coach, one question.
And this guard can sink down to the line of the ball. We want his hand on the line of the ball.
Este jugador, cuando el balón va allí, tiene que flotar y tiene que utilizar su brazo siempre en la línea de la pelota.
All players must
en la línea de pase, en la línea de pase interior. Otra vez, vamos a hacerlo otra vez.
Quickly move the ball.
Más rápido, mover el balón más rápido.
Moverlo
más rápido el balón. Más rápido, bien.
Bien. All right, good.
Okay, parar. Sí, parece que han entendido el ejercicio, parece que han entendido esta parte del ejercicio.
One of the byproducts of running a sideline offense is your team is going to get very well conditioned.
Sí, una cosa importante de este ataque, que le llama sideline, me he equivocado yo antes, el ataque sideline es lo que va a explicar ahora, es que los jugadores pueden coger una buena condición física haciendo esto también. Empezamos con 5 jugadores en el campo, en una posición defensiva. A veces podemos ponerles alrededor del círculo, de aquí, de la línea de tiros libres, moviéndose alrededor. El entrenador tira la pelota hacia la canasta. Si fallamos el tiro, entonces corremos el contraataque.
When we're doing this particular drill, which is sideline, we assume we're going to make the shot every time, or the coach gets close enough to try to make it every time.
Sí, pero asumimos que vamos a encestar siempre y que el entrenador intenta encestar siempre.
All right, the ball goes through, let's say, after a free throw.
Sí, supongamos que el balón entra a canasta después de un tiro libre.
And we want to run sideline.
Y entonces vamos a utilizar este juego del sideline.
All right, ball goes in. The 5-man will run to the net, try to grab the ball out of the net.
Ajá. Los 5 jugadores tienen que ir al aro a intentar coger la pelota, nada más caer por la red. 5 men, el número 5.
Grab the ball, go up, grab it out of the net quickly as possible.
Okay.
Run here, right-handed. Is he right-handed?
Ajá, ¿tú eres diestro? Sí,
He runs, starts running on the baseline, ready to throw the ball in very quickly.
Sí, el número 5 coge la pelota y viene rápidamente aquí a intentar sacar lo antes posible.
Immediately the one guy will run opposite the foul line, right here.
El número 1 viene aquí a la línea de banda lo más rápido posible.
The 2 guy will go to the opposite foul line.
El número 2 avanza hacia el campo contrario.
As fast as he could get there, as quickly
Lo
as
más
possible.
rápido que pueda avanza hacia allá.
Now, almost in every team, we have a great post-up player. Every team has 1 or 2 great post-up players.
Todos los equipos tienen 1 o 2 muy buenos jugadores en la posición del poste.
Usually it's the 4 guy.
Normalmente ese jugador es el número 4.
And in our case, this is Derek Coleman.
En nuestro caso es Coleman.
His job is to run the floor as fast as he can, this angle coming straight to the basket, here, and then going to a post-up position.
Su trabajo es correr todo lo que pueda hacia la otra canasta por el medio e intentar ir después a esta posición, al poste bajo.
The 3 guy runs the court and sets up on the opposite wing.
El jugador número 3 tiene que correr por el lado contrario todo lo que pueda y colocarse en la posición del alero del lado contrario a donde está el número 1.
The objective is to get the ball up the court as quickly as possible.
El objetivo es subir la pelota hasta el otro campo lo más rápido posible.
This guy is overplayed, we would hold the 4 or the 3 man.
Si este jugador está presionado para no recibir el balón, o el número 4 o el número 3 tendrán que ayudar aquí al saque.
But
Para
most of
recibir el
the
balón.
time, the defense is so concerned that they're sprinting back to match up.
Pero llegará un momento en que la defensa estará tan pendiente de este contraataque que es probable que corra lo más rápido posible para defender el
5 to
contraataque.
1,
El 5 pasa al número 1
and he pushes the ball hard on the dribble. 5 comes down the middle of the floor.
el número 1 avanza por ahí lo más rápido posible, el 5
Now,
avanza
hold
por el
right there,
centro.
hold right there.
Para, stop.
Notice the spacing.
Sí, observar la posición de los jugadores, el espacio que hay entre ellos.
As much as possible, we try to keep good spacing for the 3-point shot.
Sí, lo más posible intentamos conseguir buenas posiciones para tiros de 3 puntos.
All right, as he gets somewhere around half court, or if he sees this guy is clearly open, he'll throw the ball ahead as quickly as
Sí,
possible.
cuando este jugador llega más o menos a medio campo, si ve a ese jugador libre, entonces le pasa la pelota lo más rápido que pueda.
And usually this is a very dangerous shooter
Y este es un tirador bastante peligroso normalmente,
and a player who can also go to the
y
basket.
también un jugador que puede penetrar hacia la canasta.
In many instances, this guy might be a little bit late coming down.
Puede ocurrir que este jugador venga un poquito lento, venga un poco más tarde.
If the 2 defensive guy is late getting back,
Sí, pasa la pelota.
then he could go ahead,
Entonces puede ocurrir que este jugador
go
reciba la
ahead, try
pelota
to score.
y como este jugador aún no ha llegado, pues entonces este jugador pueda penetrar aprovechando ese hueco.
If not, the 4 guy comes to a post-up position.
Si este jugador ha llegado ya aquí a la posición del poste bajo,
We always try to post up on what we call a line of 45 degrees
sí, intenta colocarse en una posición que llamamos del ángulo de 45 grados.
to give the player an opportunity to work baseline or go to the middle.
Para que de forma que si recibe el balón tenga la oportunidad de jugar tanto hacia ese lado, hacia la línea de fondo, como hacia el medio.
We found over the years that nobody likes to play this post-up guy, when we move the ball quickly to the other end.
Sí, nos hemos dado cuenta a lo largo de los años que a casi ningún jugador le gusta jugar en esta posición cuando tiene que correr tan rápidamente de un campo a otro.
All right, let's say that he gets the ball, he has made the pass, we want him to cut through to the opposite corner.
Este jugador, cuando pasa la pelota, puede cortar a la esquina contraria. A la esquina contraria.
No, here.
No, por aquí. Por aquí arriba. No te metas en la posición.
Cut through the opposite corner, right there.
A la esquina contraria.
Spacing.
Fijaros bien en la posición, en los huecos que se quedan libres.
2 dumps the ball into 4.
El 2 pasa la pelota al número 4.
Now 4 is allowed to go to work to try to score.
Y el número 4 tiene que intentar encestar.
One of the problems we had with New Jersey is that every time he caught the ball, we would have 2 or 3 guys playing him.
Uno de los problemas que tenemos en New Jersey es que cada vez que este jugador, Coleman, que recibe la pelota, tiene 2 o 3 defensores que van a intentar pararle.
After he throws the ball in, we allow him to take a look at moving his position, so the defensive man must go with him.
Y por lo tanto, cuando este jugador pasa la pelota adentro, le permitimos que se mueva de forma que pueda recibir la pelota en un pase de vuelta.
Let's shoot the ball here. We'll go to this end and see if they picked it up.
Ok, vamos a hacerlo ahora en aquella dirección, el mismo ejercicio, a ver si los jugadores lo han cogido. ¿De acuerdo? Acordaos los números que tenéis cada uno.
Ready?
Ok.
All right, hold. Good. All right.
Stop.
When he gets the ball, though, we want him to be looking to go to work, to try to score very quickly.
Sí, queremos que este jugador, si recibe la pelota, intente encestar lo más rápido posible, el poste bajo.
Right, but they had the right idea. They did good.
Sí, pero lo habéis hecho bastante bien, ¿eh? Habéis cogido la idea muy bien. Sigue jugando.
Tell 4 to change sides. 4 to change sides. Okay, good.
Sí.
Go to work. Yes, good. All right, good. All right, let's go.
Sigue.
Come on. All right. Now, all of a sudden, I will call sideline 2.
Ahora lo que vamos a ver ahora es lo que él llama el sideline 2.
Maybe they start to do a good job of denying this pass. Okay?
Es posible que la defensa haga un buen trabajo defensivo aquí e intente que no se dé este pase.
So he will dribble to this position.
Entonces, el jugador con el balón, el número 1, bota la pelota hasta esta posición.
5 slides over. We do this two different ways. But
Sí,
I'll show you one way first.
Lo hacemos de dos maneras esto, vamos a ver primero una de ellas.
A player like Petrovic will start through.
Un jugador como Petrovic, aquí en la posición del número 2, iría hacia allá.
He knows what's going to happen.
Este jugador, el poste bajo, sabe lo que va a pasar.
Now he goes from a post-up position to a screening position.
Entonces lo que hace es que pasa de una posición del poste bajo para recibir a una posición para bloquear.
5 comes straight down the middle, come right to here.
El número 5 viene hacia el
right to
medio,
here.
hacia esta posición.
Right to here. 2 comes right up here.
Y el número 2 viene aquí
Hit 2.
a recibir el balón del
2 or 3 point shot.
para un tiro de 2 o de 3 puntos.
3 is spotted up.
El número 3 está...
If the defense comes up on the offensive guy,
Y si la defensa presiona mucho al número 2, logra llegar a presionarle,
he fakes,
él puede fintar,
gets in the lane,
puede penetrar hacia este lado,
forces this guy to help,
fuerza la ayuda del defensor del número 3,
and he continues to spot up, sliding down for 3 point
y
shots.
entonces este jugador puede desplazarse hacia la línea de fondo para poder recibir la pelota y tener un tiro desde aquí.
Nothing happens.
Nada, si no pasa nada,
He keeps coming.
el número 5 sigue bajando hacia abajo
He comes right off his tail.
y bloquea al número 4 que corta hacia la pelota,
Post-up position.
a la posición del poste bajo para recibir el balón.
Okay? Let's
Okay.
go through it. Run
Okay.
it back. We call this sideline 2.
Llamamos a esto el sideline 2.
We found it a very successful way to get a good shot for 2.
Es una manera muy exitosa de poder conseguir un buen tiro para nuestro número 2.
One more time.
Una vez más,
Sideline
una vez
two.
más,
Sideline
una vez
two.
más, hacia allá,
Sideline 2.
vamos.
Good. Sideline 2.
El 2. Eso es.
Same alignment.
Sí, misma formación de jugadores.
5 takes the ball out.
El número 5 coge la pelota, y
Gets it to 1.
pasa al número 1,
Hold. He goes a little slower, and 5 moves over to this angle, right down inside the white line.
el número 5 corre por esta posición. Coach, this position.
Yeah. Right here.
El número 5 avanza por esta posición.
He's dragging through, coming late.
Él está avanzando por esta posición.
2 goes to the baseline.
El número 2 avanza hacia la línea de fondo.
4 goes to the baseline.
El número 4,
1 keeps the ball.
no, pasa la pelota al número 1, aguanta la pelota.
3 goes to the box, baseline.
El 4 avanza aquí hacia la línea de fondo y el 3 viene aquí a esta posición.
Okay? When 5 gets to this point, 5 gets to this point, running this way.
El número 5 corre por esta banda.
1 changes direction with a dribble.
El número 1 aquí cambia la dirección, botando, cambia de dirección.
Comes right off my tail.
Y viene por detrás del número 5.
As he crosses here,
y en el momento que cruza por aquí,
4 would set a baseline screen for 2.
El número 4 bloquea al número 2.
As 2 went off,
y cuando el número 2 corta,
he would step to a post-up position.
El 4 llega a la posición del poste.
As 3 headhunts his man,
y el número 3
he would come to a post-up position.
Y después de bloquear va a la posición del poste.
And he would be coming looking for the shot.
Y el número 2 viene a buscar un tiro.
At this point, 1 is trying to get in the lane.
El número 1 intenta ir hacia la línea de tiros libres, botando.
5 steps out right to there.
El número 5 se mantiene abierto en esa posición.
Many times wide open for a simple shot.
Abierto para poder hacer un tiro exterior.
And he has now the option passing to him, passing to 2, or getting the ball to one of these guys or going to the basket.
Y ahora, una vez que el número 1 penetra y llega a esta posición, tiene la opción de pasar a los 2 jugadores que están abiertos o a los 2 jugadores que están dentro ganando la posición.
We call it drag late because of the 5 guy comes through a little bit later at a different position.
Sí, se llama drag late, como tarde, porque el número 5 viene como más tarde, más despacio, hacia esta posición.
1 coming down the court.
Sí, el número 1. Ponte aquí, el balón.
Same.
Sí.
2 starts deeper in the baseline.
El 2 más hacia la línea de fondo.
5 and 3 are basically hold.
Para, ponte aquí.
We would call sideline step up.
Sideline step up.
Step up, okay? We need a quick shot, very quick shot.
Es para un tiro muy rápido.
We're down 6 points with 38 seconds to go.
Sí, por ejemplo, vamos 6 puntos abajo con 30 y tantos segundos para acabar el partido.
We need to score very, very quickly.
Y tenemos que encestar muy rápidamente.
So we call it step up.
Y lo llamamos step up.
All right, 1's coming down court.
El 1 viene por aquí, avanza con la pelota.
2 changes sides to the opposite corner. No, stay right here.
Espera, el 2 corta hacia la esquina contraria.
4 steps up.
El 4 step up, sale fuera aquí, a esta posición.
He's coming down the sideline. He's going to use him as a screen.
Y el número 1 va a utilizar ahora al número 4 como bloqueador.
He's coming very fast.
El número 1 viene muy rápido.
Trying to turn the corner.
Intenta penetrar por este lado.
And get to the basket and score.
E intenta encestar.
We also, as he comes off, this man, after stepping up, will roll quickly with him to the basket.
El número 4, después de bloquear, continúa rápidamente hacia la canasta.
And what we have is a very quick pick and roll in transition.
Lo que tenemos en definitiva es un bloqueo y continuación muy rápido en la transición.
Now, 3 headhunts for 2's man.
El número 3 viene aquí a cambiar la posición con el 2.
Spots up. 5 headhunts for 2.
El 5 viene aquí a esta posición.
2's coming on up.
Y el 2 viene
hacia
el centro.
Down. Now, maybe he couldn't get to the basket. Maybe we didn't get the roll down. He throws back to 2 for a possible 3-point shot.
Sí, quizá este jugador no ha podido tirar o no ha podido pasar al jugador que ha bloqueado y entonces lo que busca es el pase al número 2 que ha salido de esos 2 bloqueos.
If we need a quick 3,
si necesitamos un tiro de 3 rápido, de 3 puntos,
we would run this.
Hacemos esto.
All right, ready? Good. Bring it back, bring it back.
Sigue, seguir para acá.
Step up, step up, step up. Good, step up. Good. All right, this time, good. This time I want 1. Just think about the number of problems we're creating for the defense.
Pensar el gran número de problemas que podremos crear a la defensa con este tipo de movimientos.
First is transition.
1 es la transición, el contraataque.
Secondly is post up of our best player.
Después jugar con el poste bajo con nuestro mejor jugador en esa posición.
2 instances we're giving our best shooting guard 2 hard screens.
También hay 2 bloqueos muy buenos para nuestro mejor tirador, para el número 2.
And we're asking you to defend us in screen and roll in the open court.
Y también estamos pidiendo a la defensa que nos defienda de esta manera y que defienda nuestros bloqueos en un espacio amplio.
Your decision has to be whether you want to play this fast or not.
Sí, lo que tenéis que decidir es si queréis jugar esto más rápido o no.
You either control the tempo by doing this at your speed, or you can change tempo. You can go to this or go to your set offense.
Sí, podéis controlar el ritmo del partido bien haciendo esto, más rápido, más lento, o incluso parar el balón e ir a un tipo de ataque más posicional, más estático.
All right, let's try one more, which is similar. We call it sideline roll.
Sideline roll, otra opción, vamos a ver ahora.
All right, take the ball out. Very similar to drag.
Muy parecida a la opción drag.
Take it out here.
El balón ahí para el número 1.
We do a great deal out of a high post screen with the point guard.
El número 5, number 5, el número 5 hará un bloqueo al número 1.
We think even in our set offense, this is extremely difficult to defend.
Dice que incluso en el ataque posicional, no solo en la transición, esto será muy difícil de defender.
In this case, we would put 3 in that corner.
El 3 en la esquina contraria.
2 in the other corner.
El 2 en aquella esquina.
4 can be on the box.
Y el 4 puede jugar aquí en el poste bajo.
And all we're doing
cerca de la línea de fondo.
Is playing high pick and roll.
Lo que vamos a jugar es un bloqueo y continuación aquí en esta posición alta.
Now, we're running at this side because I have a left-handed point guard.
Dice, lo jugamos en este lado porque tengo un jugador zurdo, un base zurdo.
But I've also had guards who are right-handed who also could run it.
Pero también tenemos bases diestros que lo pueden hacer perfectamente aquí.
Actually, we would like the 4 guy on the opposite side.
Queremos al número 4 en el otro lado.
Just change sides, but he could be on either side.
Pero puede estar en cualquier lado.
All right, at this point, what we want to try to do is create a shot. Your job as a coach is to create shots for the people who can make shots.
Sí, vuestro trabajo como entrenadores es crear oportunidades de tiro para la gente que puede tirar.
All right, at this point, I want 5 to come up and set a screen right about here.
El número 5 va a hacer un bloqueo más o menos en esa posición.
He plays pick and roll at the top.
Va a jugar bloqueo y continuación.
At the top.
Aquí.
Okay. What he's trying to do is create a shot for one of these 4 people.
Y lo que está intentando hacer este jugador es crear una oportunidad de tiro para cualquiera de estos 4 jugadores, este o estos 3 otros jugadores.
We have always been fortunate to have a great shooter here.
Sí, siempre hemos tenido suerte de tener aquí a un muy buen tirador.
When he sets the screen, he comes off.
Este jugador.
Same principle, trying to get in the lane.
Sí, el mismo principio de antes, el mismo concepto, tiene que penetrar hacia la línea de tiros libres.
If we could get this man to help, then we dump off to him.
De forma que provoque una ayuda. Si provoca esta ayuda, entonces puede pasar el balón a este jugador.
We have the wingman step up to a spacing position for a
este jugador va a un espacio desde el que pueda tirar, a una posición desde la que pueda tirar.
We have him spotted up.
Él se mantiene allí.
We know he's a great shooter.
Sabemos que es un muy buen tirador.
People cannot leave him.
Y por lo tanto la defensa no le va a dejar.
They've got to stay fairly close.
La defensa va a tener que estar muy cerca de este jugador porque es un buen tirador.
Now, the 5 guy has options. 5 has options. He could step back for the shot.
El número 5, después de bloquear, puede salir a buscar un tiro.
Or he can roll to the basket.
O puede penetrar, puede rotar hacia la canasta, puede ir hacia la canasta.
All right, ready? Let's go. Sideline, go. Sideline roll. Sideline roll.
Penetra.
Good. Bring it again. Same thing.
Otra vez. Seguimos otra vez.
Sideline roll. Sideline roll. Sideline roll. Sideline roll. Again, sideline roll. He said we only have 3 minutes.
It's important that you emphasize that you do this maybe after he throws.
Okay. I thought I did. To what we call maybe my favorite play, we will go to motion 4. Motion 4.
Vamos a ir ahora al que quizá es mi juego favorito, el motion 4.
2 goes down, gets on the box, right there, hold. Okay.
El 2 empieza aquí, de nuevo, aquí abajo.
All right. 1 is going to come off. You stay wide. 1 is going to come off of this guy who's our best shooter.
Sí, este es nuestro mejor tirador de los jugadores, tall players, shooter, ¿no?
He's our best shooter of the 2 big guys.
Sí, el mejor tirador de los jugadores altos. Entonces él va a venir aquí votando.
As that happens, 2 is going to get a set screen for 3.
El 2, mientras tanto, va a ir a bloquear al 3.
And we want 3 to come as close to the basket as possible here.
Y queremos que el 3 venga lo más cerca de la canasta posible.
But we really want hesitation out of it.
Pero queremos un poco de duda aquí. No queremos que lo haga con mucha determinación, con un poco de duda, un poco de dilación.
Because at this time, one has come off a good shooter here and might be able to get to the basket.
Porque mientras tanto, mientras aquello sucede allí, es posible que el número 1 haya logrado salir bien del bloqueo y tenga una buena posición de tiro o de entrada a canasta.
They must make a very tough decision here. If this guy gets caught at all, that's why I want the hesitation there.
Sí, este jugador tiene que tomar una decisión muy importante y por eso, porque él también podrá tirar o podrá pasar al que ha bloqueado, es por lo que queremos que este movimiento se haga con un poco de duda, con un poco de incertidumbre, a ver lo que pasa.
Now, as he comes off,
en el momento que él sale del bloqueo,
most of the time we will not get a shot, but he's in this position, okay?
Muchas veces no logrará un tiro, pero estará en esta posición.
Then 3 would come to a post up.
Y entonces el 3 vendrá a la posición del poste bajo.
And there's the hard part to handle.
Y esta es la parte más difícil.
Most teams do not know what to do with this part of it.
Muchos equipos no saben qué hacer con esta parte.
They expect always this guy to roll down.
Porque los equipos que defienden, porque lo que esperan es que este jugador continúe hacia la canasta.
After he sets the screen, we want him to pivot and step back to the top of the key.
Pero en lugar de ello, lo que queremos es que este jugador, después de bloquear, pivote y se abra hacia esa posición de arriba.
That's why I want the best shooting big man here.
Por eso queremos aquí al mejor tirador de los jugadores altos.
And I would say 50% of the time he will be wide open for the shot.
Yo diría que el 50% de las veces él tendrá una buena posición de tiro desde ahí.
Because the responsibility of the man hedging and trying to stop one is too great. They have a very difficult time making decisions on this part of the play.
Porque su defensor ha tenido una gran responsabilidad ayudando para poder parar a este jugador al base y por lo tanto le va a costar mucho poder recuperar.
But here they will. This play, we rarely get it here. It's more of a decoy, but we do have the post-up possibility.
Sí, este jugador, rara vez le pasamos la pelota, está aquí sobre todo para mantener la atención de la defensa, pero bueno, es una opción que también tenemos.
The ball is passed quickly back
El balón
to 5.
va al número 5 rápidamente.
If he's got a wide open shot, we want him to take it.
Y si tiene posición de tiro, está libre, lo que queremos es que tire a canasta.
2 is outside the lane.
El número 2 se ha abierto.
When the ball is put back to the top,
y cuando el balón va arriba, al número 5,
we want 4 to come down and headhunt his man.
Queremos al otro jugador alto venir aquí a bloquear.
Always the offensive guy steps in to set up his man.
Sí, el jugador que ataca puede estar aquí, fintando ese movimiento.
If he doesn't have a shot, we come to the top with the ball.
Y si 5 no ha logrado tirar, sacamos al número 2 a esa posición.
This would be Petrovic last year.
Que este era Petrovic el año pasado en esta posición.
This would probably be Coleman or Bowie. Last year would have been Coleman.
Coleman el año pasado, Bowie quizá este año.
So at the end of the offense, we have 2 of our best offensive players looking for a shot.
Con lo cual al final del ataque tenemos a 2 de nuestros mejores anotadores en la posición de tiro.
If he could not get the post up here,
si este jugador no puede ganar aquí la posición,
he did not have the shot,
y él no ha podido tirar,
he moves up and sets a pick and roll whichever side.
Este jugador puede salir fuera y bloquear en cualquiera de los dos lados.
And then we work 2-man game.
Y entonces pues jugamos este movimiento.
All right, let's run through it.
Venga.
Vamos a hacerlo otra vez. Motion 4. Motion 4. All right, motion 4.
Otra vez este ataque.
All right, good. Do you want to run through all 4 of them? You want to add another one? All right. Just try one more time. This
okay. Una vez más.
Huh? I got more.
One more?
All right, how many more you want? Okay.